Hey guys, this is Terry. I have the information I wanted to share with you on what the doctors found out. This is going to be an ongoing process. So if you guys want to follow us on this journey, please hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you'll be notified whenever I upload another one of these. I'm going to put it in a playlist called like Talk Tuesdays or something, I think. So here's what we've got. 80% diagnosis of Meniere's disease. And I didn't know what Meniere's disease was when they first started to explore what was going on. It's really, really crazy. And so I wanted to, I'm sorry, I'm looking at some notes here on my computer. Let me tell you what some of the symptoms are. Vertigo. Yeah, been there. Not so much fun. Dizziness, hearing loss. Now my hearing was perfect. Nausea and vomiting. No vomiting. Thank goodness. That is my least favorite thing in the world. Not gonna go there. I will do anything not to do that. Digestive issues, yes. Pressure in the inner ear, yes. Tinnitus, yes. Uncontrollable eye movements. I'm not really sure, but if I do have that or not, but you know, who knows, because I don't see it. And this was really, really interesting to me. When they sent me the causes of Meniere's disease, these are the causes that they say. And the first one on the list, at the top of the list, across the board to all of the specialists I've seen, is chronic stress. Now, if you know me and you know my life, you know I have been under no stress at all in a decade. Abnormal immune system response. Now that has me a little freaked out because my family on my dad's side does have a history of lupus and autoimmune, I can't even speak, autoimmune disease. So that has me a little concerned. Migraines, yes. Alcohol use, I don't drink. I rarely drink. I may have 5-6 drinks in a year. Food allergies, I don't have any food allergies. Seasonal allergies, I don't think I have seasonal allergies, but I do have allergy testing set up. I was tested a few years ago and I had no seasonal allergies. A family history of the disease, I don't know. I remember my dad, he was a corporate pilot, and I remember he did have surgery on his ears. And I'm not really sure why. I was younger at the time, but I'm not really sure why. So that, you know, it could be. Recent viral infection, head cold or sinus infection. No, they did a CT scan. My sinuses are fine. I have not had any colds. I don't have any viruses. And then certain prescription medications. Well, my prescriptions have all been ruled out. So those aren't the cause of it. But it's really starting to interfere with my life. I was put on a couple of medications, prednisone, which made me absolutely crazy. It was horrible. It was one of the most horrible experiences of my life until they put me on this stuff called diazide, which was another horrible experience, and I've stopped taking that. Okay, what exactly is Meniere's disease? As you see in this picture, you can see there's swelling in the balance canals in the inner ear, backed up fluid, swelling in the hearing canal, and distorted information from the ear to the brain. Well, I had double ear surgery. That's helped a little bit, not a whole lot. One of the things I did find out, which is just really weird, and it would have to be me, Meniere's disease, I guess, affects 20% of the population. Well, that's in one ear. I have it bilaterally. 17% of that 0.2% have it bilaterally. Lucky me. This has been kind of an ongoing thing. We really couldn't figure out what it was. They still need to rule out, which they haven't done yet, is a brain tumor. That's one thing that they all brought up, which is a possibility. I was scanned in 2011 and I did have a lesion. They didn't think it was anything serious. So we're going to recheck that and see. Some of the things that they told me to do, okay, no salt. I don't eat fast foods, really. We don't eat processed foods. We don't have sodas. We don't have things like that. I really don't eat a lot of salt. I didn't think. I started looking at the ingredients. Sodium is hidden in so many foods. And so I started to cut everything out that had any sodium in it. This has had me pretty freaked out. And along with the Menieres disease, which it looks like it is, we're just going to kind of rule out right now so I can sleep at night, brain tumor. There's also a possibility of MS. And so they need to rule that out. And I'm really not sure how you rule out MS because I know it's pretty difficult to diagnose. Right now they're telling me Menieres disease. And there are a couple of things that can happen. I had a double ear surgery, and in that surgery they did end up inserting tubes to help the fluids drain from my ears. But I tell you what, this has been one of the most excruciating experiences I've ever been on. One, because it's really affecting my quality of life. It's affecting my ability to do anything. I have been stuck in this bed literally almost daily for over a month. I've had some good days. The vertigo is gone, which is good. But I think the side effects of the medications they have me on, they're not anything I want to deal with. So I am interested in looking into some of these surgeries. They say that I'm in the middle stages of Meniere's disease. The final stages of Meniere's disease, the vertigo stops, and there's a very high percentage that I will lose all of my hearing. So we discussed that. I've discussed that with actually 4 different doctors. They can do, if I do end up losing all of my hearing, right now my hearing is really good. If I do lose my hearing, we can do a cochlear implant where they go in and they, I guess, put this whatever on there and they put things in your brain and they stick them. I don't know. That's one of the things they can do if we get to that point. But before we get to that point, there is something that's called an endolymphatic sac surgery. It's a surgical operation on the endolymphatic sac of the inner ear. A small amount of bone is removed around the endolymphatic sac, which aims to reduce the pressure of the fluid in the ears. The procedure is performed under general anesthesia, and there are several variations. Okay, that makes sense. They call that non-destructive, meaning it's not going to destroy my hearing anymore. Although with Meniere's disease, my hearing will, there is no cure for Meniere's disease, and I will lose hearing. That's just the way it is. It's not life-threatening, but I'll lose all ability to hear. So that's kind of scary. All right, well, the next surgery they can do, and I'm going to totally F this up on how you say it because I don't have a clue. It's called a labyrinthectomy, and that is a destructive surgery. By that meaning, I will lose for sure hearing immediately. It is a surgical procedure which destroys both the hearing and the vestibular, forgive my pronunciation, functions of the inner ear. It's performed by drilling out, this is kind of making me queasy. By drilling out the bone and removing all of the labyrinth known as, I'm not even going to attempt to say that, it's too big, or by opening up the inner ear and destroying the soft tissue within it. Sounds fun. No. There is a 95 to 98% success rate of ending vertigo attacks with that process, that procedure. but you will be deaf. I would lose all hearing. We don't want to go there. And then they have the vestibular neuroectomy, which is usually only offered as a last resort to the most severely affected patients. This procedure cuts the balance nerve to the brain. If repeated, the endolymphatic sac and or gentamicin fails. That is a shot they want to put in my ear. That's not happening, okay? I'm not having a shot in my ear unless they put me under general anesthesia. You get it? Not happening. No way. I'm sorry. Yeah, I say this in my house, but I'm going to be like way drama queen if they try to give me a shot in my freaking ear without putting me out. No flipping way. But I guess what they do with that gentamicin, and I'm concerned because if they do want to do the gentamicin injection, I'm allergic to most medications that end with mycin. That's not sounding very appealing to me. Anyway, with that vestibular neurectomy, what they go and do is a neurosurgeon will go in and they will cut the balance nerve in your inner ear, and it preserves the hearing mode. It also says it's important to understand that there is inherent risk of cutting the facial nerve, as this is also the same place as the hearing and balance nerves. Sounds awesome. No. The symptoms that caused me to go in, I've been having these for quite a few years. My ear would not open. It felt like it was continually clogged. Nothing I would do would open it. Antihistamines wouldn't open it. Nasal steroids wouldn't open it. And you've got to remember, I've got that combination of Eustachian tube dysfunction along with the Menieres disease. So nothing really was happening. And that's one of the reasons they put the tubes in my ears, which was another whole process. And oh my gosh, it was horrible. It was absolutely horrible. And they do this to babies. I hope they put babies out because that flippin' sucked. And you see, I'm covered with tattoos. Pain shouldn't really hurt, right? But when you get near my ears, not going there. It's just, this has been a real process to deal with. And I had an ex-friend of mine say, oh my gosh, you're gonna blah, 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 blah. No. Guess what? People were asking me why I'm not been posting. People are asking me what the heck's going on, why they haven't seen me, why I haven't been on my motorcycle. I'm not getting on my motorcycle if I have any chance. I'm gonna take my hair down, guys. I'm not getting on my motorcycle if I have any chance of falling, if I have any chance of an accident, destroying my motorcycle, which is my baby. But this is still really a scary process, guys, because I love hearing my husband's voice. I love hearing my kids' voices. But all in all, if I do lose my hearing, it's better than losing my sight. It's better than losing my life. It's better than when my grandson died. Yes, it's going to affect the quality of my life, but that's just going to be something I'm going to have to get used to. There's really no getting away from that. So it says life-altering, debilitating condition is what they call this particular disease. Light sensitive. Yes, lights have been bothering me lately. Visual disturbance. I haven't had any of that. I can't have caffeine. I've had to cut caffeine out of my diet. I need to take a lot of potassium. Brain fog. Brain fog is another huge thing that comes with this, and I didn't know. And I've been having brain fog for maybe 10 years, and we thought it was the medication I was on. And now we're realizing more than likely it is the Menieres disease that has caused that brain fog. Can't sleep? Hello, hand up. Can you see? If you've been on my Facebook, if you've been on my Instagram, You can see pictures of me wide awake at 2 in the morning and my husband sleeping soundly. No stress, keep stress to a minimum, which my husband and I have done, because anyone that wants to cause stress, they can stay at the door. That's why we have this. You're not coming into my house if you're going to bring this. Not happening. Don't call, don't anything, because you will be told to go on your merry way. Time bomb attacks, I don't have that problem. They call those drop attacks, and I don't have that, and they're letting me know right now, since they think I'm in the middle, I guess at the end stage of the middle stage of the disease, and I haven't had any drop attacks, I shouldn't have any drop attacks. Swimming with caution. I'm going to have to wear earplugs anyway because I have tubes. No smoking. I don't smoke. Tinnitus. You know, I didn't know I had tinnitus until they asked me about it, and I think I just sort of blended it in with everything and got used to it until after they put the tubes in. So when they put the tubes in, I had tinnitus in this ear so badly, I couldn't hear anything. It was horrible. It was almost like airplane engines in this ear. And since then, that stopped. Let's see, hearing loss is for certain. Vertigo, I've already had that. All right, so, that's kind of what we're looking at. And after we rule out the brain tumor, which I already know that I have a lesion there because I was told that I did with a brain scan I had done in 2011, and I had another scan done probably in 2014 or 2015 that did show a lesion. And we're going to have another one. That kind of sums it up. I really don't know what else to say. I'm looking at this, and I'm looking at this, and things are making sense. There are a lot of things in the last 10 years or so that are really making sense. And actually, over the course of my lifetime, I guess Meniere's disease can affect you psychologically. It can affect you. I had no idea about that. These doctors are pretty good. And like I said, I have had referrals, and I've had second opinions and different things and make sure everyone's on the same page. So that's kind of what's happening. But, I thought it was just really, really interesting when they gave me the handouts. And one of the first things they asked me is, how is the stress in your life? Well, if you know me, the stress in my life over the last 10 years has been absolutely life-changing. It's been horrible. And until my husband and I remarried, and a lot of this, it's been great. I mean, the stress has pretty much left. We've had incidents where people have tried to interfere in our marriage, and it has caused some stress. But then my husband was able to get me to realize, you know what, if that's the way these people are going to act, just let it go. It's going to show their character, not yours. So I have, with him telling me that, I was able to say, you know what, you're right. I can't control it. Why stress over it? I have, but they asked me that, and that they all said the same thing. That is one of the things. They don't have a real definition or a real handle on what causes Meniere's disease, but stress is one of the leading factors. So don't be bringing stress if you come into my house or into my life, because we ain't going to take it, okay? Wow, it's just really funny because this explains a lot. Not knowing, I think, brings a lot more uncertainty and a lot more internal panic than knowing. When you know what you're fighting, you can focus your energy on fighting that particular problem. When you don't know what you're fighting, your mind goes everywhere. But when they gave me all of these symptoms and they show me the risk factors, it fits. So am I afraid of a brain tumor? Yeah, I am a little bit. Who wouldn't be? But it fits. And it brought even more peace, although it pisses me off because I can't ride my motorcycle right now. We thought this was going to be the summer of the motorcycle because we just haven't had the opportunity to ride that much. If anything, especially the part of the stress I can encourage you guys about is if you have vertigo, if you have your ears are feeling kind of weird, if you've got a lot of stress in your life, ask them about it. Be tested for this. See what the heck they think it could be. De-stress your life, de-salt your life, add potassium, drink a lot of water, try to balance that fluid in your ear. What's going to be the outcome? I don't know, but I'll let you know when I know. Literally, I haven't been able to do much of anything. My husband took me to brunch on Sunday. I couldn't eat. He had to help me walk up the stairs and down the stairs. If you watched my video that I'll link here on changing my highway pegs, he changed my highway pegs. I was sitting the entire time. I really couldn't do anything. And that's really discouraging. And that may be where the depression comes in, because when you can't do anything, it starts messing with your mind. So with all that being said, we have a mystery on our hands. We've got to rule some things out. But as of now, we're going with a diagnosis of Meniere's disease. I'm going to keep you guys updated on this. And if I go into surgery, if I do whatever, because I know, like I was saying earlier, one of my friends gave me heck about, I was misdiagnosed in 2008 with bipolar disorder, and it turned out that I didn't have bipolar disorder. I had severe PTSD. Well, when I was diagnosed, at first I wasn't going to tell anyone, and then I thought, I'm going to share my experience, because how many other people are suffering and they feel all alone? Well, this friend of mine was pretty condescending and pretty ugly. Well, let me tell you, friend, this is why I'm doing this. If anyone else is suffering with Meniere's disease, you're not alone. You're not alone. And you have no idea how much it means to know you're not alone. So there you go, friend. That's why I'm doing this. But, you guys, thank you. Thank you for watching this. If you have had experiences with Meniere's disease, if you have had treatments that have worked for you, put them in the comments below, please. And I'm going to link through here, or I maybe already did link through here, a couple of other informational videos on Meniere's disease, so you can see for yourself sort of what it is if you're interested, or if you think you may be affected. But if you are affected, subscribe. Please subscribe. Even if you're not affected, subscribe. Make me feel better because I'm sick. Well, please subscribe, because that's cool. And you can follow my motorcycles. You can follow all kinds of way cool stuff. Hit the notification bell. Help me understand what I'm not understanding here. And like I said, if you know something I don't know, if you have suggestions for me, I'd like to hear them. If you have suggestions for someone else, they would like to hear them. Let's get this going, guys. We're going to conquer this disease one way or the other. I know I'm going to lose my hearing. That's a said. I'm fine with that. There are things to deal with it. It's just getting from here to there and trying to figure out a way to gain quality of life. And I tell you what, on days I'm not having any symptoms, I am going to be riding my bike. Oh, yes. And people, this is another thing. You can go months or years without a flare-up, and then it can flare up generally between an hour to a day, sometimes weeks. It just happens as flare-up with me because of it being bilaterally, and because they put or did the double surgery and then put the tubes in, they think that really pissed off my inner ear, and so I've had it for an extended amount of time. But on my good days, oh yeah, I'm going to be enjoying every single one of them. Come along for the fun. Hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, follow us on the journey. Love you a lot. It means a lot to me. And we shall speak soon. Have a fantastic Independence Day. Enjoy yourself. Be safe. And thank God you live in such an amazing country. We really do, guys. We live in an amazing country. Peace out. Talk to you soon.